with our big games. And on Christmas night, we had a lot of talk between the 49ers being the team to beat. People kind of didn't believe in the Ravens, and the Ravens walked into Levi Stadium against 49ers primetime Christmas night and just straight up beat them 33-19 as Purdy throws 4 interceptions in that game. Raj, give us your take on the Ravens beatdown of the 49ers.
I wish I had a lighter so I can do the little lighter flick because we're smoking on that Niners pack. We've been saying this for so long. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Brock Purdy should be MVP." No, he's. If you look at how he throws the ball, you see that all he does is throw checkdowns. And crazy what happens when Debo doesn't take it for 80 yards to the crib or something, like, or you have CMC just go off. Like Purdy should not have been like that favorited of an MVP first off, and I was so happy to see his odds go from -200 to +660 in the matter of 38 minutes
Well,
and 12 seconds.
and what you're describing is exactly what an MVP doesn't look like, because the 49ers still have the best chance to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. And they're only 1 game back of the Ravens, and his odds dropped so much, not because of his performance that day. It's because no one actually believed he should be the MVP.
Yep.
It's because this one game completely changes how we look at him. He's not like he just had a bad game and we're looking past it, because I don't really think anybody actually thought he should have been the MVP. We were just all kind of like, well, who else do we give it to? And now you watch the guy have a horrible game, and 4 interceptions. A couple of those were bad decisions, fluky outcomes. He threw the ball once that got batted down, but it got batted up in the air, and some guy came down with it. Like, that's a little bit unfortunate. Like, you shouldn't have thrown it into the guy's hands. Like, that's on you as a quarterback, but also got caught there. In situations like that. But 4 interceptions is horrible. It's the reason you lose the game. The 49ers had a total of 5 turnovers, I believe, that game. The Ravens had 0. That's your difference in 14 points. Purdy threw an interception in the red zone. That's 7 points if you turn that into there. We're talking about that being 33-26 football game and it being tight. So this definitely moves Lamar into the MVP frontrunner spot. We've talked about it. Nothing exciting happening from Lamar Jackson this season, but he's put himself in a position where he's playing good quarterback, and you play good quarterback and you have the best record in the league, you're going to win the MVP award. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on Lamar picking up that award?
I mean, we all have the same take. It shouldn't go to a QB this season. It should go to CMC or Tyreek. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Lamar. I would call this a very Mickey Mouse MVP award this season for him. It's not like he did anything amazing, but I mean, best record on the best team currently. Got to give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was the game, right? Like, okay, we don't really believe in the Ravens. He comes in, has a great game against the 49ers, and now they have the best overall record in the league. I still think he has some work to go. They play Miami this week. That's a big game. If they lose that game, and then I still think Josh Allen is very live for this award. And I do have a financial stake in Josh Allen winning this award, but also I do think if the Ravens lose to Miami, well, okay. The problem is with Josh Allen winning the MVP award, they're going to need the Ravens to win that game. But I do think if the Ravens kind of drop a game, Lamar doesn't really play well the last couple games, and you watch Josh Allen have a good couple games to get into that division lead spot, because the Bills are very live to finish as the 2nd seed to in the entire conference. There's a very real world in which the Dolphins lose to the Ravens and they lose to the Bills in the final week of the season. The Bills win out, and they're looking at the 2nd best record in the league, like in the AFC, which is a crazy statement to say. But if they get there, I think it'll be on the backs of Josh Allen, and he should be live for the award. But Lamar deserves it. 3 losses this year. They've had a decently. I think they've had a hard schedule. And he's just in a year where it's not been a good pool of people going for the award. Sometimes just not making mistakes is that, and Brock Purdy literally threw his MVP award away.
Yeah, you literally did.
No ifs, ands, or buts around it. I think even if he had 0 interceptions, just played mediocre quarterback, he kind of still stays on as the favorite. But just through 4 of those things, cost him the game. Sam Darnold, and I think it was a tough look. Sam Darnold comes in just so Purdy doesn't get hurt, and Sam Darnold moved the ball well.
Yeah.
On that Ravens defense. So I don't know if the Ravens could have kind of given up, but also seeing Sam Darnold go in there and do as well or better than Purdy, I was like, it's not a good look.
Uh-oh.
Big shout out to Kyle Hamilton. He called his shot before the game saying, like, I don't understand why the 49ers are being talked like they're them and we're not. And he called a shot. He didn't miss. He had 2 interceptions in that game. So shout out to the Ravens. I did not believe in them. I said I would believe in them if they won this game. I do officially believe in the Ravens. They should be the odds favorites to win the AFC. I think they will win the AFC with that performance. But overall, great. But a team that's going to have to compete with the Ravens for next week